Hello, my name is Jean. This is my channel, Jean Moves in Faith. I changed my channel name because God's been pressing on my heart to start sharing and to start making YouTube videos. I've been pushing it off, being disobedient, and I feel like I'm kind of suffering the consequences of that. So I just need to get it out there. It's kind of uncomfortable. I had uploaded videos before, but I don't know, it's just something about this one, just I guess because it's not rehearsed, but anyways. So back in 2020, I went to the ER because I was having some gastro issues, and it was pretty uncomfortable. So I went in there thinking that they was going to resolve it, and so forth. They would give me whatever medication or antibiotic or whatever I needed to help resolve my issue. But as they were doing a CT scan, they came back and told me that I had a lesion on my liver and a lesion on my pancreas, and that I need to follow up with my provider. So I did, after I got discharged from the ER, schedule appointment. Then later on, I saw my provider, and they scheduled MRI. And then when I went to the MRI, my primary received the results and said that it was just a small cyst, very small, but they will just monitor it, recommend to monitor it like by having an MRI every year. So I didn't think it was a big deal. Fast forward to 2024, I was thinking it was no big deal. Never really paid attention to results because they never really said anything. So I thought it wasn't a big deal. So I kind of not reschedule. Like I unintentionally missed my appointment. I just don't remember what came up, but I was just like, not a big deal, until like later on that year, because usually I have the MRI at the beginning of the year, and later on that year, I think it was like April, May, I started having like really uncomfortable issues, gastro issues. So I was thinking like, probably I was just scared of the MRI. Like, it was being tugged on my heart to schedule the MRI. So I called my primary. Mind you, my primary is in the I go to the VA. So they didn't have no available appointments, so they sent an outside referral, and I scheduled an appointment with the outside referral. Went in, had my MRI, and like usually it takes like a week till I get my results or whatever. But I think it was like after 3 days, my primary, her nurse called, or my primary, I wasn't sure, but one of them called, and they said that the mass grew significantly bigger compared to the last MRI, and they're sorry or something, and that they would recommend me to see an oncologist. And they said they were just sorry for this unfortunate situation. I didn't really understand what they meant. I was a little scared. So what happened was, they didn't have no available appointments as well, so they sent me an outside referral, and they scheduled with my oncologist. Her name is Dr. Soares Kelly. She's amazing. Let's just say she's amazing. God really blessed her hands. So she was a surgical oncologist, so it's like knocking out two birds with one stone. And so I originally scheduled an appointment with the VA with a gastro, but he brushed it off. He was like, no big deal. Totally disregarded me. And so I went to my oncologist and told her, like, hey, I had a gastro appointment with a gastro, but he disregarded me and didn't, like, he canceled the appointment the day of, saying it wasn't a big deal, that it was common. And so what happened is that I told my oncologist. She said that was unsatisfactory. And so she scheduled her gastro. The gastro doctor then scheduled me a endocrinoscopy. And so what happened is that I think it was in May, I had my endocrinoscopy. And so I remember they put me to sleep, and then when I woke up, the gastro doctor was ready by my side. And when I woke up, he said it doesn't look very good. So I started to get a little scared. I told my mom and my family, and then I just started praying. And I just started praying, you know. And so what happened is that after like several days, I received my results, and it said that I was diagnosed with endocarcinoma. And when I looked it up, it was like the most aggressive cancer. And my oncologist then received the results, and then she gave me another MRI a month after the appointment. And then she started noticing some weird characteristics with my mass. So she wanted to get a second opinion, but she highly recommended me to get the surgery, since I qualified for surgery because it was big but not big enough. It hasn't spread yet. So she wanted to remove it before it spread. So I just prayed, and I just left it to God. I just prayed and told him that it was my time to go, then so be it. But I would like for you to extend my life so I could see my kids fulfill their purpose that he given them in their life. Because before all this, when my son was like 5 years old, I have two boys. My oldest one, I just remember he wanted to be a swimmer. Like, we didn't think nothing of it. And what happened was that he saw Michael Phelps at the Nickelodeon award show. He was watching the show, and they were showing like all his accomplishments. And I just remember my oldest, he was like 5-6 years old, and he pointed at the TV and said, I want to be like him. And so, you know, I helped him pursue it, took him swimming lessons, paid for swimming lessons. Then he got picked up for a swim team. But before he got picked up for a swim team, he was stagnant. And it's been 5 years, doing these lessons, because I could only afford once a week. And so I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, if this is his path, then so be it. But if this is not his path, Lord, please show me in a dream what his path is, so I could take him to the right path. Because the last thing I want to do is take him on a path that was not meant for you. And so I prayed, being sincere, crying. And that night I had a dream that I was in the void, a white void. I don't know where it was, but it was all blank, like I was floating on nothing. And I saw a TV, and in the TV I saw a young man. He looked, mind you, my son at the time, I think he was like 9-10 years old. And I was like, he looks familiar. So I started slowly approaching the TV, really paying attention to that man in the TV. And he was waving at everybody. And I just remember when I got really close, he bowed down and prayed. He got on the block. I just remember he was waving, and then he got on a block where they jump off to swim. He got a block, bowed his head, and started praying. And then when he lifted his head, I was just like, wow, that's Ethan. Like, I couldn't believe how old he looked in that TV, but I just knew it was him. And so I prayed, crying to Lord, thank you. You know, like, wow, okay, this is his plan. This is his plan, your plan for him. Okay, fast forward. So in my prayer for this situation, this cancer situation, that's what I requested, you know, to see him fulfill his purpose in his life, you know, and my other son, because I also had a dream for him too, was that I was going to guide him, and you know, and so, but I just released it to the Lord, like, if it's meant to be for me to go, it's meant to be, and I was at peace. I just released it, you know, and accepted it, no matter what God's decision was, right? And so, fast forward, I had the surgery, and at the same time, my oncologist, she removed the mass, and then she said, and she checked 19 lymph nodes, and they're all clear. So I was considered cancer free, and she sent the mass to, or the what she removed, she sent it to a specialist who specialized in pancreatic cancer. And so after like 2 months, because I had needed 2 months to heal, I had to follow up with my oncologist, and then come find out it was a low-grade cancer. It wasn't the adenocarcinoma. It was more of a low-grade cancer that was slow spreading. And until this day, it's been a year now, over a year, and I'm still cancer free. All thanks to the Lord. I would like to read a couple verses. So in Isaiah 55:11, and it says here, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it." So whatever God had put in your heart, just remember that verse. Nothing comes to him void. He is not a man that he shall lie. And then the other verse, in 11:23, I'm gonna start at 22. Mark 11, chapter 11, verse 22 to 23. So Jesus answered and said to them, "Have faith in God, for surely I say to you, whoever say to this mountain, be removed, can be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says." So you have to really believe and have no doubt. And because I am a witness to that. I have experienced that, and God just recently reminded. I might bring it up again, this verse, in the next video. But if you're going through something that is out of your control, the best thing to do is release it. It's just release it to Him. Be at peace with it. I know it's hard, because there are times where I experience things where it just seems so hard. Even now, I'm kind of experiencing some things that seem so impossible, but I have to fall back on the Word and the things that came to pass in my life, that God will prevail. I don't even know how to end this video because it's just so unrehearsed, and I just want to let you know that God is really there for you, even when you don't hear or see him and you feel like he's far. He's really there for you. Just fast. Just fast. Just pray and focus on his word. Because when you do that, he'll reveal to you. And so, like, sometimes it could be in a way that you would never expect it. You don't understand. I experienced so many blessings that way. But that's it. But if you want to learn more about fasting, there's a lady that I follow. Her name is Joy Blair, and she experienced so many blessings. And I learned from her about fasting because she's living proof of that. And also another lady that I follow, she's from Righteous Wives, and like the words she be sharing it's like food for the soul. Like those two, they really do, keep me uplifted and inspired, and but anyways, I'm just going to release this video, and I just going to end it now because I don't know how to end this video. I always try to rehearse, but it's like I just needed to get it out so you guys could hear. And just leave a comment, like, subscribe, share if you want to. But yeah, hopefully you see more of me. Okay, I'm gonna go for my walk. Bye.